So Bernie Sanders thought it would be a good idea to try to catch RFK in a gotcha moment. RFK Jr. lands heavy blow on fake socialist Bernie Sanders after calling him out face to face for pocketing millions from Big Pharma. You know, it's leaving me wondering if never had a job a day in his life Sanders actually understands what the word hypocrisy even means. It's really interesting that a socialist like Bernie Sanders is stashing away over $2 million in 3 luxury homes instead of taking that money and putting it to organizations that engage in social change. You know, it blows my mind how these people are always willing to tell us we need to change our lifestyles, we need to give up more, we need to sacrifice more, and then when we uncover the lid and take the smallest peek into their own personal lives, we find out time and time again it's all rhetoric. They're just using the language of empathy to manipulate us into bending over, giving up our own civil liberties and constitutional freedoms. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. came out swinging at Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders for his deep-pocketed ties to Big Pharma during the second day of confirmation hearings for the new head of Health and Human Services.
I'm going to make America healthier than other countries in the world right now.
Will you guarantee do what every other major country does? That's a simple question.
And by the way, Bernie, the problem of corruption is not just in the federal agencies, it's in Congress too. Almost all the members of this panel are accepting, including yourself, are accepting millions of dollars from the pharmaceutical industry.
And
protecting their interests.
Everybody started clapping. You hear how he freaked out as soon as the whole room started clapping. No. You can't call me out. I'm the different one. I'm the one that's different. That's my brand. I'm glad RFK called him out, man, because it's so sad to see. Bernie Sanders in 2016 ran on the most palatable campaign platform of any Democrat out there, and then he totally just rolls over. He pretends to be anti-establishment, and then over and over again, he just rolls over to the establishment of his party.
I thought that would go. No.
Don't clap for RFK. This is my moment. Don't steal my moment.
I ran for president like you. I got millions and millions of contributions. They did not come from the executives, not one nickel of PAC money from the pharmaceutical industry. They came from workers.
2020.
You notice how he didn't argue with RFK, but instead said, hey, it's not the executives that gave me the money. It was small donations and contributions from the employees from those pharmaceutical industries. Well, let me show you a trade secret real quick. Have you guys ever heard of a straw donor scheme? A straw donor scheme is where a person illegally uses another person's money to make a political contribution in their own name, right? And the way this works in the corporate world is, let's say I work for JP Morgan. And let's say JP Morgan really wants Kamala Harris to win the election, right? Well, JP Morgan is only allowed to give Kamala Harris a certain amount of money. But JP Morgan can say, hey, you guys each donate to Kamala Harris $250 and we will reimburse you for that $250. And so on paper, it looks like Bernie Sanders or Kamala Harris is just getting a bunch of small donations from the employees, when in reality, it's all coordinated by the bigwigs and the executives up top. And it really is just the pharmaceutical companies donating to Bernie Sanders. And he's trying to claim, don't clap for that because it's all coming from the employees. Yeah, it's coming from the employees through a straw donor scheme. I bet you anything, dude. Have you guys ever heard of Act Blue? They are a major Democrat super PAC that funnels money to Democrats all over the country, and they have absolutely mastered this illegal technique of funneling straw donations into their desired financial institutions. The Republican-led House Administration Committee has found evidence that illegal donations from China, Russia, Iran, and Venezuela may have been laundered to Democratic campaigns through the party's online fundraising juggernaut, Act Blue. And they even play games and sneak Act Blue into donations for stuff like these wildfires. So when Gavin Newsom was posting to have people donate to these wildfires, it was actually an Act Blue donation box that was taking the money and putting it to campaigns for democracy. So when Bernie Sanders says, oh, it was the small donors, it wasn't the executives, their money and the way that they funnel their donations is so opaque I do not trust that at all. And I'm glad RFK is exposing this entire system.
In 2020, you were the single largest
Because I had
receiver of
small
pharmaceutical money.
contributions from workers all over this country.
Guys, given everything we just went over, when you hear Bernie Sanders say that, do you trust him? Does it make you trust him? Or do you kind of feel the same things that I feel, where it's like, dude, you're playing games with me right now and you know what you're doing?
Workers,
You were the
miss not a nickel from corporate
Bernie,
tax.
you were the single largest acceptor of
workers-
pharmaceutical dollars.
No, from workers in the industry.
1.5 million.
Yeah, out of 200 million. All right, but
It just comes across as hypocritical when Bernie Sanders is living like any other rich politician, trying to claim like he's something different. Hey, thank you so much for joining me, guys. If you are just as frustrated with hypocrisy in our political space as I am, hit that like and subscribe button for me. I appreciate you guys. It really helps me out. Guys, come join me as we watch the walls close in on Jack Smith's entire career. I think he's looking at charges. And by the way, guys, there's more than meets the eye to these plane crashes, and it's revealed through the audio. Come check it out.